What you're about to see is one of the greatest sequences in cinematic history. Poker face, poker face. Hello, hooligans. So, I've been watching the Percy Jackson show, right? I'm pretty mid about it so far. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Ever since the show was announced, it's been surrounded by controversy, particularly surrounding the casting decisions and how they're inaccurate to the books. And I totally agree. Like, is it really asking too much to get the characters right? I mean, if we're gonna address the elephant in the room here, everybody knows, according to the books, Percy Jackson has black hair. In all seriousness though, I think the casting for both the show and the movies were spectacular, and I have no complaints. I actually thought that the consensus was that the movies were dog shit, and the show does a lot better job at staying true to the books. But lately, I've been seeing some growing sentiment online that the movie was better, or at least more entertaining. Here's one TikToker talking about how the movie had more personality.
Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief, the show on Disney Plus, is not a good show. People are loving this show because it's so different from the movie, but here's another hot take for you. The movie had more life and personality within the first 5 minutes than Percy Jackson, the show, has had in the first 3 episodes in its entirety.
I don't think he's completely wrong, but also I haven't seen the movies in at least a decade, so I think I need to refresh my memory to make a clear judgment about it. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna be watching the original Percy Jackson movie. So after we watch the movie together, let's decide once and for all which one I think is the better version of Percy Jackson. So strap in, grab some snacks, and let's watch. So if you somehow don't know the premise of Percy Jackson, basically all the Greek gods are real and they love to, well, Grover said it best.
Hook up? They would hook up with mortals.
So the children of the gods are called demigods, and Percy Jackson is the son of Poseidon, the god of the sea. Also, the gods live in New York City for some reason. Why? Well, according to my American public school education, I can tell you that Greece is not a real place. This movie is going for realism, and obviously New York City makes the most sense because it's called the Big Apple, and who took the first bite out of an apple? Eve. And who made Eve? The Greek gods. So at the start of the movie, Poseidon meets up with his brother Zeus, the king of the gods. Zeus is like pissed off at Poseidon because his son Percy allegedly stole the lightning bolt. Oh shit, I think I just figured out why this movie's called The Lightning Thief. My mind. So Zeus warns Poseidon that Percy better return that bolt in 14 days, otherwise
there will be war.
He must return the bolt to me in 14 days, or there will be war.
Yo, relax. Like, why is Zeus breathing so heavy?
The bolt to me.
Like, it sounds like he just ran a marathon.
He must return the bolt to me. 14 days.
Did y'all see his face? He literally looked surprised that he pulled that off. So moving on to Percy Jackson, played by my favorite white boy, Logan Lerman. Percy and his best friend Grover go on this school field trip to learn about Greek mythology, of course.
Be prepared. Everything is about to change, Percy.
Also, really quick, I would like to shout out Brandon T. Jackson, who plays Grover, because he is just so funny throughout this movie. So I'm gonna start an official counter right now for every time he's great in the movie.
It's like high school without the musical.
In the museum, one of Percy's teachers is like, I him. I said what I said. Like, damn, girl, what happened to hi, hello, how are you?
Yes, Miss Dawes?
We need to talk.
Whoa, 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 whoa. The only thing you need to be talking about is how you're going to jail for being a diddler, ma'am. So turns out she's actually a Fury, trying to find the lightning bolt that Percy allegedly stole.
How did you get up there? Whoa, whoa!
So this is one of the few scenes that I can say confidently, for sure, is better than the show. The VFX actually looks decent here, and there's enough tension, especially compared to how quickly the Fury was killed in the show. It's also revealed that Percy's other teacher, Chiron, and Grover have known about Percy's identity the whole time, and they've been secretly protecting him.
Oh, I should be on medication. Percy, calm down, okay? Everything's gonna be okay. Oh, God, wait.
So then Chiron gives Percy his own weapon to defend himself, and Percy's like,
This is a pen. This is a pen.
Percy is also confused as to why Grover is the one protecting him because, you know, he's...
Maybe you're not seeing what I'm seeing. You have crutches.
Look, I would give my life to secure your well-being.
You're canceled, Percy. But Grover shows he's more than capable by beating up Percy's abusive stepfather, Gabe.
Hey, nice one.
Like I said, I'm your protector.
And spoiler alert, Grover is actually faking his disability because he's a satyr, which is a half man, half goat.
You don't even need these.
Look, man, those are just for show.
I'm glad that they changed up this angle for the show because in 2024, this is probably going to come off as pretty tone deaf.
Yeah.
Percy's mom then drives them out of the city so that Percy can be somewhere safe.
Why did he have to go?
Because he's...
I actually love how they did the scene because they're in the middle of this natural sounding conversation and then all of a sudden things get interrupted and then falls into chaos.
Is it me or is it raining cows?
So while they're running away from the Minotaur, Percy and Grover reach Camp Half-Blood, but Percy's mom is stuck on the outside because she is a human and cannot cross over.
Mom!
And then she gets captured by the Minotaur and gets f***ing vaporized. If I saw my mother get murdered in front of my eyes, I would probably at least scream from shock and horror. But guess how Percy reacts? And then after Percy faints, then wakes up and realizes that all of this was real, this is how he reacts again.
No, 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 no.
This is literally how I would react if I slept through my alarms and missed like the SATs or something. Oh, no, I really wanted to take that exam. And then it somehow turns into Percy comforting Grover.
It's my fault. It was my job to protect you. Both of you.
So welcome to Camp Half-Blood.
Half meaning what?
I think you know. Half meaning half mortal, half god. Fire! Whoa! Guys, watch the arrows!
Bro, you walked in front of the archers. Like, hello? Who are you mad at?
You're a demigod! 2 points for Percy Jackson!
I will mention I love how energetic Grover is in this version because it actually feels like he's half goat. And even though he doesn't have his horns just yet, you can certainly say he's pretty horny.
Ooh, the daughters of Aphrodite.
While Grover is giving Percy the tour around Camp Half-Blood, he becomes infatuated with this girl named Annabeth. Who, by the way, shares a strong resemblance to Percy's mom. Oedipus complex, anyone? I mean, we are talking about Greek mythology here.
What's her name?
The way he just pointed at her is like what you do when you're with your friend and you're trying to decide what to watch on Netflix. Yeah, that one. Can you go down? No, to the right? No, to the left. One more? Okay, yeah, that one. What is that one?
She would squash you like a bug.
Her name.
Oh, and by the way, Chiron, the teacher from earlier, is actually a centaur, half man, half horse.
Not in a wheelchair. You have...
A real horse's ass.
But the real question is, does he have a horse's heart? To train for battle, the demigods get ready for a game of Capture the Flag.
There's Percy Jackson. And he's gonna need a team.
We'll take him.
And here we meet the camp leader, Luke, who takes camp a little too seriously.
Oh, you guys take camp way too seriously.
Go!
So Percy almost captures the flag, but not before he gets the chance to rizz up Annabeth.
I always win.
I always lose.
He should have been like, I always lose. Myself in your eyes. Yep, that's fair.
Okay, Kyra, should we get in there and stop him? She's killing him, man.
You gotta be kidding. This is the best part.
Go to the water. The water will give you power.
I hate that this part is narrated. This is one scene that the show definitely got better. Like if Annabeth just kicked Percy into the water already, we can see Percy healing his wounds. Like it would be self-explanatory. But this version, the narrator literally tells us what's going on. But I do love how this part was animated. It's so cool looking. But how did the water make him have sword fighting abilities? See, this is why I can't give the movie any compliments, because I give it one compliment,
And then it decides to piss me off.
after Percy wins capture of the flag, they decide to celebrate with a campfire.
I definitely have strong feelings for you. Just haven't decided if they're positive or negative yet.
Well, you let me know, and you figure it out.
Why am I like giggling and kicking my feet right now?
Percy Jackson, show yourself!
I honestly forgot they made Hades look like a straight up demon. This is sick as fuck. So Hades reveals to Percy that his mother is not dead, he's just stuck in the underworld. And he's willing to exchange Percy's mother for the lightning bolt.
Be a good boy. Hand it to me, and I will exchange it for your mother.
Chiron advises against this, but Percy sneaks out anyway. Grover and Annabeth catch him and decide to join him on his quest.
Going somewhere? Yeah, I'm going for a walk. You're being followed.
One small victory and you're ready to fight Hades?
Ooh, double team. Really? You too?
The trio asks Luke for some advice about how to get out of the underworld because his father, Hermes, is the only one who has managed to get in and out of the underworld.
Guess we all got daddy issues, huh? That's because all gods are the same. Selfish. They only care about themselves.
He literally just said selfish and then repeated the definition of what selfish is. Thank you, Merriam-Webster. This is like the same thing if I said, you're an idiot. A person of low intelligence. So Luke tells them that the only way to get out of the underworld is by collecting magical pearls. And conveniently enough, there are 3 magical pearls located in the US.
You take a pearl, step on it, you crush it, visualize where you want to be taken. Right now, there's 3 pearls in the United States. This map will guide you there. Right here is your first location.
And so begins our hero's quest. The first destination is located in New Jersey at this place called Auntie M's.
Anybody home in Annieville? Check this out. They got free sodas. The health department needs to get this place an F. Medusa.
Oh, Grover, without you, how would the audience have known that we're in Medusa's lair? It's not like there's statues of terrified people all around. Also, guess who Medusa is played by?
Well, this is a fabulous surprise.
None other than Uma Thurman. Like Uma Thurman. This role is almost iconic as her Poison Ivy. I don't know how she didn't win the Oscar for this, you guys. Also, I never understood why this random lady decided to take a peek at Medusa when she knew she shouldn't have. But I am grateful that she did because we got to witness Medusa's power in full effect, and it's so cool. I think this is also done better than the show because in the show, we didn't even really get to see Medusa using her power, which is just such a waste because why have one of the most iconic Greek monsters and not show her abilities? But seriously, Medusa is really well done in this movie. Just look at the subtle movements of her head as if the snakes in her hair are pulling at her. And she actually feels like a threat in this movie.
Need a hand?
Oh, Grover.
This part was so stupid because why did Grover have to break off the wrist for Annabeth to get off? Because the hand is still intact. So she could have just removed it herself. What?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
So Percy manages to behead Medusa, and they decided to keep her head in case it comes in handy later.
Disgusting. Just toss it up. No, don't. Ugh.
And of course, they conveniently find the pearl right on Medusa's body.
Guys, wait.
So the location of the second pearl is in Nashville, Tennessee. On the way there, Grover almost kills them while driving. Okay, I now know that Percy was saying, let's stop for the night. But I swear to God, I had to rewind this part like 10 times because all I could hear was,
Let's stop for the night. Let's stop for the night. Let's stop for the night. Let's stop for the night.
I was like, is he speaking Greek? So they stop for the night, and Percy takes his second opportunity to rizz up Annabeth.
What happened to you? Check this out.
I feel like there's a joke somewhere in there, but I can't figure out how to say it without sounding disgusting. So I guess I'm just gonna wink, wink.
Don't any gods see their kids?
Right after we were born, Zeus decreed that the gods couldn't have physical contact with their mortal offspring.
Let's be honest, Zeus just does not want to pay child support. The next day, they reach the Nashville Parthenon, and they find the pearl immediately because it is attached to the statue of Athena.
It's the pearl.
Way to go hiding the pearl, you guys. So they stay inside the building until it closes so that they can grab the pearl without causing a scene. The only problem is that there's still a bunch of janitors working.
I got this.
You got one? Whoa, whoa, hey, yo, hey, listen. You're gonna kill the janitors.
Chill.
Those are working class Americans.
Okay, so problem solved, right?
Wrong.
Turns out the janitors are actually hydras. Because, of course they are. I mean, duh. If it doesn't make sense to you, then you're just a dummy. Sorry. Percy cuts off the heads of the hydras and he thinks he wins. Man, Percy loves cutting off heads, huh?
So no head?
But the thing about hydras, right, is that once you cut one head off, two grows in its place. Even though the scene kind of makes no sense, I just remember loving it as a kid. And honestly, I still love it. Like, I cannot believe the VFX still looks so good. Like, look at this shit. Tell me this isn't incredible. And because Grover is yet once again the best character, he remembers that they have the Medusa's head and petrifies the Hydra. Also, I want this statue in my apartment. I don't know where it's gonna fit, but I want it.
That's nasty.
Okay, moving on to the third and final pearl, located in Las Vegas in the Lotus Casino. Temptation is everywhere in Sin City, and unfortunately, our heroes cannot resist.
Thank you.
Yo, do we have to pay for this?
That's really good.
I mean, I don't blame them. Those lotus leaves look delicious. So if it isn't obvious, the lotus flowers are basically party drugs, and it causes the heroes to forget about their mission and all they want to do is have fun. For anyone unaware, what you're about to see is one of the greatest sequences in cinematic history. So I'm gonna show it to you guys, but because Lady Gaga is playing throughout the whole time, I can't show it without muting parts of it. Otherwise, I will be sued by Miss Mother Monster herself. So I've come up with a genius solution. I'm gonna sing it. Can't read mine, no he can't read my poker face. She's got me like nobody. Can't read mine, no he can't read my poker face. She's got me like nobody. Poker face, poker face. Poker face, poker. I could watch them party for another 5 hours, but Poseidon rudely interrupts everyone's good time so that they can get back on track.
Percy, wake up. You need to escape. Wake up.
This is why nobody likes you, Poseidon. Poseidon, more like Poseidon, don't rain on my parade. We find out that the Lotus Casino actually purposely keeps people drugged so that they never leave the casino.
Please, leave me alone.
Is there a problem, Mr. Jackson?
No.
Look at the way he looks at him up and down. This is why they call him Persassy.
Thank you.
Percy snaps Grover and Annabeth back to reality, and they grab the pearl and make a break for it.
We getting married. Wait, which one of y'all proposed to?
Seriously, these people didn't even try to hide the pearls. I mean, literally anyone could have grabbed it. Then they steal the car and drive away.
Come on, in the car, let's go, keys.
However, they realize that they actually spent 5 days inside of the casino because time moves faster inside of it.
We were in there for 5 days.
Felt like hours.
Then tomorrow's the solstice.
So now that they have all 3 pearls, they head to the entrance of the underworld, which is right below the Hollywood sign. I'm not even gonna question it.
Don't slip, watch your step.
Before they can reach Hades, they must pay a fee because even in death, you cannot escape capitalism.
Die and come back.
We won't die and come back, but I got a few dead people you might recognize. Jackson, Grant, and look who's joining the party. Benjamin Franklin.
You can honestly really tell that this is the guy who directed the first couple of Harry Potter films, because even though this movie is pretty silly, right? You can tell that the visuals are top tier. Like, the environments just look so good.
Don't ignore me.
Or what? What will you do? I'm already in hell.
Wow. I'm gonna start using that line.
Hey, you better make me something to eat or else.
Or what? What will you do? I'm already in hell.
Hey, you need to start paying your student loans, or
what? What will you do? I'm already in hell. Hey, or what? What will you do? I'm already in hell. I didn't say anything. So Hades makes a deal with Percy to return his mother in exchange for the lightning bolt.
I'm not the lightning thief. I don't have the bolt. I never did.
Why did you come here then?
And by the way, I'm absolutely obsessed with this portrayal of Hades as this punk rock star guy. I love it. It's so well done. In a twist of events, Percy drops the shield and reveals that the lightning bolt has been there the whole time. Hades takes the bolt, then betrays Percy, and is about to feed the group to the souls of the dead. But then Persephone tricks Hades and takes the bolt for herself. She then asks Percy to return the bolt to Zeus so that the war can stop. But now they're running into a little problem. See, there's 4 people, but there's 3 pearls to get them out of the underworld.
Only 3.
Oh wow, it's not like this was an obvious problem from the very start that they had time to think about. So Grover decides to stay because he's obviously trying to be a hero. No other reason. The remaining 3 use the pearls and return to New York where Mount Olympus is. But before they reach Zeus, the real lightning thief shows up. Bum, bum, bum.
Percy Jackson! Well, you weren't supposed to make it out alive.
So yeah, Luke is the real lightning thief, and he wanted Hades to get the lightning bolt so that the war can start because he basically hates all of the gods.
Why would you do that?
To bring Olympus crumbling down.
Well, it's too late.
is I'm returning the bolt to Zeus right now.
Luke and Percy battle each other while flying through New York. It's like Capture the Flag again, except this time it's Capture the Master Bolt. And just when it seems like Luke is about to win, Percy remembers that he's actually a waterbender. Okay, not that I'm rooting for Luke, but he literally had so much time to strike down Percy. But because he's an idiot, a person of low intelligence, he loses the fight.
I think I am the son of Poseidon.
So after this part, the ending is kind of all boring, so let's just speed through it. Just as the clock strikes midnight, Percy returns the Master Bolt to Zeus.
Time has run out.
Wait!
Wow.
He tells them that Luke, the son of Hermes, is the true lightning thief and all is forgiven.
Son of Hermes.
So everything, of course, goes back to normal. Zeus brings Grover back from the underworld. He lets Poseidon speak to Percy, and then Percy returns a hero back to Camp Half-Blood, where he is now a certified Rizzler.
Who's next?
I think I'd like to give it a shot.
I love that he looks around first. I guess I'll go.
Whoa, wait.
First rule of battle strategy. Don't ever let your opponent distract you.
Oh yeah, Annabeth, what you fail to account for in your silly little strategy is that you may have taken this sword away from him, but you have given him a different sword in his pants. So stupid. Oh wait, holy shit, I'm not sure if I ever knew that there was a mid-credit scene.
Do not open.
Yo, I did not know that they killed off Gabe in this movie. That's pretty awesome. Okay, wow, that was a fun trip down memory lane. I'm glad I watched all of that again. So now let's talk about the question everyone's been asking. And by everyone, I mean me. Is the movie better than the show? The simple answer is no. If we're going by the definition of which adaptation sticks closer to the true intention of what the books are, then of course the clear winner is the show. Like, I have no idea what the fuck they were doing with the whole Pearl plotline in this movie because that was not a part of the books. However, with that said, which one was I more entertained by? This movie, for sure. Even though the show follows the book very closely, it almost feels like I'm watching the Spark Notes adaptation. Like, it just feels very hollow. It's like the movie had all of the meat, but none of the bones, but then the show has all the bones, but none of the meat. So if the show is able to capture the spirit and fun of this movie in future seasons, I think it can do a lot better. The other thing is the show is clearly geared towards children, so I would probably find it a lot more entertaining if I were still a part of that demographic. While the movie is rated PG-13, so obviously I found it a little more appealing. But the good thing is, because the movie and the show are so different, there is no definitive version to watch. There is good enough reason to watch both. It's like treating them as two separate universes, right? Or three if we're counting the books also. But yeah, that's it from me today. If y'all are new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. If you like this video, then make sure you leave a like. Also, let me know if I should watch The Sea of Monsters, because I've actually never seen that movie. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!